Mike Evans is out of Tampa. Kevin Durant has a burner again. And is this the last time we're going to see pros in the Olympics? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Single Squad, where we just talk shit and love being together. So let's just dive right into it. We got Kevin Durant with another burner account. I'm going to throw it over to Grandpa Jay because, he loves burner accounts. He has 6 of them.
Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, Grandpa J 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all me. So tricks out the bag. So I don't know how you guys feel about this. I mean, I know you told me that Trey said that this is something that's been going on his whole career. So if we could trace this back to OKC, I'm starting to question whether or not we're going to remember Durant as the biggest troll or one of the greatest scorers of all time. What do you guys think?
I mean, the burner account thing that was brought to my attention years ago by Trey was, I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. And he was showing me the tweets. So, I mean, it wasn't me lying. I was being honest. Like, there's been burner accounts from all the way to OKC days. I wouldn't consider him a troll. I mean, most NBA players nowadays are trolls. Most players in general are trolls. So, I don't know.
But not like that.
I don't know. I wouldn't consider it a troll. I mean, he'd still be a legend.
But he couldn't get his face out of his phone for the entire time that he was on the court for warm-ups, during the introductions. It's like...
For what?
What do you mean? In the All-Star game.
Who the fuck cares about the All-Star game?
It's not about who cares about the All-Star game. It's about you have to be a professional. If it was a celebrity game...
He's shown time and time again he's not a professional. So, like... At the end of the day, that whole ship has sailed, so I don't know why you expected higher of him.
I don't expect higher.
He's the one that up and left right after his team eliminated him to the team that eliminated him.
Yeah, but to me, that's more you're chasing a ring, and everybody's done that. Even LeBron's done that. So you got to knock him that, like what most players have done is they've been running for a ring since the post-Michael Jordan days or the post-Spurs days. That's why LeBron did it, because he couldn't beat the Spurs. So to me, it's more like you have to respect the game a little bit. Yeah. And that's just total disrespect for the game. Mike, don't you agree?
I mean, I guess it's disrespectful to the game, but 3/4, if not 90% of the league is disrespectful to what traditional basketball is these days. So I'm not surprised, and it doesn't really faze me. And I really don't think it phases most people, especially most people that are covering the game, because that's just how the game is these days. I think he'll still be looked at as one of the greatest scorers of all time because his personality and how he acts off the court is now independent of the skill he has on the court. Now,
even if it's roasting his teammates, like even if he's actually roasting his teammates, that doesn't take away from his legacy?
I think that takes away from his legacy as a person, but not as a basketball player, because I don't think the conventional fan or person covering the game these days really cares about who they are off the court, so long as they're a good player on the court. Now, if the question was, do I think it's a troll versus one of the greatest champions? No, because he did ring chase, and I think it hurts that legacy where we're not going to remember him as the guy that helped get Golden State more titles. We're going to remember him as the guy that scored a shit ton of points and also was an asshole on social media.
Well, I disagree with that. He was the reason why they won the 2 championships in a row with Golden State. I mean, Golden State probably would have competed without him, but I don't know if they win another championship like they did. I mean, he was averaging, 35?
So 30, Cleveland would beat them without Durant, is what you're saying?
The first time.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's the thing.
Or it's a better. It's not a 5-game series at least. Like for us to say that he didn't play a factor in that team, I'm not saying that. It's like LeBron going to Miami, and LeBron was obviously the clear cut. Obviously, he ring chased, but he was the clear cut reason why Miami won the championship the second time they went to the finals after they lost to Dallas.
I don't disagree with that. I think he was a very integral part of that. But 20 years from now, when we're talking the legacy of Kevin Durant, I don't think that's anywhere close to the first thing people talk about.
I agree with that.
They're going to talk about how he scored points and had burner accounts.
I mean, he didn't just score points. He was a lethal scorer at a 7-foot. People think about, like, right now, Kevin Durant, all the injuries after that. But the first 10 years, 12, 11 years of his career, that dude was cold on the court. I mean, he was just...
Yeah, he was set up to become a top 5 scorer of all time. For sure.
So, I mean, I still think that to this day. Again, you contradicted yourself saying, like, on the court and off the court are different things. Cool. Off the court, he wants to be a kind of a shady person. That's fine, whatever. But on the court, he's probably a top 10 player of all time.
Okay, but what I'm saying is when you look
So
at
he's not going to be remembered in my eyes as someone that just scored points. No, he's a guy. He was a game changer for a lot of teams that he went to. It was constantly a lethal weapon on the court. I mean, he's being 7 foot. When he's going up for a shot, he's like Wemby right now. He's like Wemby goes up for a shot.
The most respect I had for him is when he almost carried Brooklyn to the Eastern Conference Finals by himself.
He basically carried him in that playoff because everyone was hurt.
Yep. That's the most respect.
He lost to what? The Bucks, right? In 7.
Is either Bucks or the Sixers? One of them.
I think he lost to the Bucks in 7. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, what more do you want to do? He carried the Thunder. He carried there. He went to a team with a lot of players. And you guys talk about LeBron. LeBron did it like 10 years earlier.
Yep.
He did like what? 6? Absolutely. Oh, no, actually 3 or 4 years earlier. Mm-hmm. With Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. So I don't really consider that a ring chase, and I don't consider just him a guy that scored points. No, he's a guy that actually was a critical part of a lot of teams. There's a reason why teams are still at this point chasing for him, trading for him, doing what he can, because he's still a lethal scorer. I mean, for him being the way he is, I mean, yeah, now he's injury prone, but I mean, I don't know.
Right, but the problem is his championship legacy will always be he had to go somewhere that was already winning to win. He never could be number one.
I don't agree with that because
they won before him.
They won before him, but like they wouldn't have won as many championships with him without him. Like went there and made them a critical part. You got to remember James Harden. The Thunder went and did him dirty and said, "We're going to trade your best 3 guy in James Harden who just went to the NBA Finals."
They couldn't keep all 3 contracts.
They could have.
No,
they could have.
No, because they knew Harden.
Their contracts were not. I was literally just watching a documentary on that. Their contracts were never equaling up in the sense of like they were never like at the same time. They were never at the same free agency level, and they were all 3 willing to take cuts to stay together.
Harden was willing to take a cut.
He literally said that. In the players documentary, okay. He's like, I got traded and I was hurt. I was like, what is going on? Okay. I did not expect this. So he had no idea that was even going to happen, and he was like, oh, you're going to trade to Houston, and then he was gone. So, I mean, he loses one of his best friends and his best teammate. Russ becomes a hothead most of the time. And, of course, yeah, Russ had to carry that Thunder team after him. But KD was literally carrying that team. KD wishes he had the Thunder team that's on there right now because then he could actually get a break sometimes and not have to be the guy every single night. But
I understand.
But, for you to say, like, he's not going to be – like, but what I'm not upset with, or what I'm upset with is the fact that you were like, oh, well, he's a guy that's a troll and a guy that just is going to score points. No, he's a top 10 player of all time, in my opinion. That's what I'm saying.
When he is defined as a basketball player,
top 10 of all time,
scorer will be used to define him before champion, is what I'm saying.
But he is a champion.
Right, when he went to a team that already had won before. What are you going to say about LeBron?
It's the same thing.
He led Cleveland to a title. Yeah.
No. Not first.
I'm not saying ever. Anytime KD was ever asked to carry a team, he never won.
Who hit the shot, though?
Ray Allen.
No. Exactly. Yes. Ray Allen hit the shot.
Pass from
who hit the shot in Cleveland? Kyrie.
But that's the shot. He was averaging 40 points a game.
They're not in a
Kyrie would have won the MVP that series.
But without LeBron, they're not in a position.
LeBron was the MVP.
But I'm saying, like, you're saying this, but okay, so he goes to Golden State and wins Golden State. He averages almost 40 points a game in the finals. So what more do you want him to? So you're telling me, and Steph took a seat behind him.
Hear me out here, though.
Which is maturity.
Before LeBron. When did Cleveland win?
That's No. Don't do that.
Why?
No.
But it's a valid point.
It's not a valid point.
It is, because he's trying to say that KD didn't change the Golden State's trajectory. They were going to be in the finals.
He just made them better.
He just made them better, or he made them unstoppable.
Look at Cleveland now, though. They're a top team in the East.
But they haven't won.
It took them 7 years to get back there.
Right, but I'm saying, like, you're saying
Golden
about
State
KD.
Won a championship.
You're saying
after
KD's not a champion. That's what I'm saying.
Golden State won a championship after KD.
But he has 2 rings.
Yeah, but they won.
So you're not going to. But he's still defined as a champion.
I get it, but Cleveland didn't win without LeBron. They won without him.
But he's saying that he's not He's not a champion.
No, I'm saying when you talk about his legacy 20 years from now, most people are going to say he was a great scorer before a great champion.
All right, well, let's leave it to the streets. What do you guys say? Lethal shooter, lethal scorer, or all-time great? What do you guys think about KD?
So as we continue to talk about players in their prime, something that's come up is that Mike Evans is going to test free agency now. And it brings a good question to me about players staying in a location way too long, right? You got a player like Mike Evans. You got a player like Aaron Judge. When is enough enough? When is... Okay, yeah, Mike Evans won a championship. Again, it took Tom Brady and the entire fucking NFL to come to this team. But when is enough enough? When are you going to say, okay, I know I mean a lot to the community around me. I know I mean a lot to there, but my job is to win football games and win championships. So, like, when is enough enough?
I'm surprised that you say that. Because
when is enough enough for a player of his caliber to say, look I'm done. And this is not just for Evans. This is for Aaron Judge.
I know, but I'm surprised that you're saying
let me finish.
But you already made your point.
No, I'm not making a point. I'm asking a question.
Yeah.
I'm literally asking a question. You're not letting me finish.
Asked it twice already.
No, you're not letting me finish what I'm saying. God damn, bro. Like, you're not letting me finish.
Ask the question again, then.
When is it enough about Aaron Judge? You got Mike Trout. You have guys of that caliber to say I'm done.
I'm surprised you're coming from this perspective because you're a guy that kind of looks off at people that don't have loyalty. Like you're a guy that kind of praises guys who stick it out.
I haven't said anything though.
No, I'm
saying
it's like, enough. But to me, it's like I'm surprised you'd even ask that question and say like Mike has overstayed his length in Tampa when he's had success every year of his career except this year because he couldn't play. And so did his team. Like Tampa made the NFC Championship game a couple of times.
The last 3-4 times. That's 3-4 years. But this goes back to again.
But come on, you know what the defense was like when they drafted him. The defense was garbage.
But still, like, okay, that's when he got drafted. I'm saying, like, 8 years in, he won a 9 years in, he won a championship. And it's like, okay, ever since Brady left, he still hasn't been in championship type level. So, like, especially with like Aaron Judge, okay, I would not fault him for if he ended up saying, I'm going to go somewhere else. I need to win.
Where, the Dodgers? Because where else is he going to win?
I mean, he could go anywhere and make a team better. We're talking about guys that make
winning. Because you said
and
when
win,
is enough because exactly. So where's the only place Judge can go to win right now?
I would say a few different. I would say 4 or 5 places right now.
Mikey, help me out here. Come on, Mikey.
Until they do something different and stop getting all-stars every year to make themselves
better. But look at Toronto. Toronto took them to fucking 7 games. They hit a whole squad. Took them in the 9th inning of the game 7. Is what I'm saying is they had that game in the wraps, right? They gave up. Obviously, they lost the game. But you're acting like Toronto didn't just take him to 7 games in the 11th inning they lost.
So Toronto's where he needs to go to win.
That's what I was going to say. Toronto. I could see him go to Boston. Boston's making a move young-wise and getting some prospects. I could see him going to who's another couple teams that I could see him going to do?
San Diego.
No, San Diego's kind of like sold out. I could see him going to Detroit. Detroit's a young team.
They're getting a lot better.
They got the Cy Young winner. They're bringing back pitching. San Francisco.
Chicago.
The Cubs, yes. So, I mean, he could go on there and make that team because the franchise is willing to make a move to kind of, if they get a guy like him, they're going to surround him. So, like, my thing is, like, when is enough? Like, you're going to be like, I want to see this guy go have a championship. He's earned it. Like a Mike Trout or Myles Garrett or TJ Watt.
We already talked. My guy's stuck.
And that's his fault, though. He took the contract. He took the money, so it's I'm asking a question. Answer it.
But the thing is, it all depends. That question, the answer to that question is based on the person, and it's all different for the different people.
But I'm asking your opinion on it. Like, what is your opinion on that?
Well, Mike, when is enough enough?
Like, when would you just not listen to that player and say, I'm trading you, and that's that? Like, that's what I'm asking.
But why would a team
I would never trade you.
I'm just saying. They did, though. The GM literally went to Mike Trout and said, we're willing to trade you to a championship
after 10 years.
Right, but I'm saying they gave him the option to leave. That's what I'm saying. So
after he was done.
So they were already mentally like it's not fair for him to continue to waste his years.
They only did that when he was out of his prime. They would never make that.
He was still in his prime. He was 5 or 6 years ago,
bro. With his injuries, come on now.
But I'm saying, like, when you get when you're put, and we've said this many times, and I get frustrated by it because you know this. When a player gets put in a different position, and he doesn't have to carry the entire team on his back. It's a lot different.
Like Kevin Durant.
No, I'm saying, like, you don't have the same type of pressure as you do. I mean, all these sports are team games. So, yeah, you need other players to help surround you. Mike Trout's been dealing with this garbage, burn fire. Just answer the question. When is enough enough?
Well, so enough is enough when your team is clearly not putting you in a position to win anymore. And the Bucks were still putting Evans in a position to win because they were making moves to do that. The NFC was weak until the Eagles started to stack on defense in the draft. And the Eagles were clearly one of the best teams in the NFL on both sides of the ball. And then they went and got fucking one of the best run backs in the game. And they were the ones who were the most aggressive team in the offseason. And that's how you know you're making moves to win. So to me, enough is enough when your GM and your owners clearly are telling you we are not doing anything to compete with the best teams. And you're better off trying to go on one of those squads to win.
Like, when are you, like, going to tell a player, like, hey, I'm not keeping you, I'm not signing you?
I would never do that if he's in his prime. I'm being a selfish
Myles Garrett's in his prime. The GM basically said, we will trade you.
Right.
Like, we will trade you right now. Like,
he's saying he wouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
he would not have gone to Garrett.
It would be... I would have, because I would have been like, dude, we're in a rebuild severely. We can't really pay you without even go. If we pay you, there is no championship.
What's the only reason people are going to Browns games? To watch Myles dominate. You're literally fucking telling your fan base.
Because NFL fans
You're literally telling your fan base, if you guys thought Cleveland football sucked, then $20 and a lollipop. Pretty much.
But let's be real. Like, people are going to NFL games regardless who's on the field.
I don't know. I mean, when Cleveland was 0-16, that stadium was half empty with paper bags on their head of 1-15 or whatever they were.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm asking the question because you look at a player like Mike Evans, it's like, all right, yeah, let him go get a ring. Let him go get another ring.
So, so if let him go get another ring, is Buffalo the place for that?
Him taking free agency, I'm saying, it doesn't shock me because him and, like,
Tampa also has a stacked group of receivers, so it's not like they'll miss him that much. But Tampa's
also been stagnant the last 5 years.
Not necessarily.
No, 4 years. They have. They have the same record every single year.
It's about the
same type of play. They start off you know this. They start off very hot, and then towards the end of the season, they tail off, and then they fight for the division, and then all of a sudden either get in. Well, this is the first year they missed because of a technicality of them losing the last 3 out of 4 games, and then they lose in the first round or go to the second round and compete and then lose. And it's like, okay, why not have Evans just go?
I feel like
I think Evans would be perfect in Baltimore, honestly.
I feel like Tampa and Detroit have suffered the same fate over the last year, like 2 to 3 years. If somehow they can keep the key players healthy on their team, they don't have that slump. They don't lose close games. They have a better record. They may host a home game or two, and that gives them a shot to get to the NFC Championship game. And both of them have suffered from the same. I'm not saying Tampa's been as bad as Detroit. If you're a Lions fan, you're probably thinking to yourself, what could have been? Right?
Tampa's got a couple rings on that.
Yeah. So, yep.
They got over the hump, right? Like, so where's the best fit for Mike? Now that he's testing free agency.
Buffalo.
Yeah, I mean, that's the first. When I saw that he was testing free agency, Buffalo was the first one that came to mind, only because while he might not be, quote unquote, in his prime, he's
dependable.
He's a dependable receiver, and it's someone that Josh can throw to actually, trust to catch the ball consistently because he's big and has strong hands and things like that. Besides that, I don't dislike the Baltimore pick.
I like him in Baltimore. It gives Lamar that number one that he's been dying for. Unfortunately, number one, Mike, at age, 34, 35?
Yeah.
It's but again, a new environment where you have a team of that caliber that is ready to win a championship now.
To be honest, if he can go somewhere where he's not a number one, so he doesn't have to bear the weight like you say, maybe Detroit's the best fit for him.
That'd be great. If he plays in the Dome.
Yep.
What about Chicago?
I think he would have to be the one. I think Chicago's still searching for their one.
Well, they're about to move DJ Moore. supposedly.
I mean,
hey
they're
guys,
searching
breaking
for a
news. Mike Evans just signed with the Eagles. Let's go. Go, Birds.
I mean,
Okay.
could you blame him, though? Honestly.
I know, right?
The Dodgers of the NFL.
Dodgers of the NFL.
No, that's on the defensive side. On the offensive side, we just go through coordinators like it's
Actually,
Yeah.
What about Kansas City?
I mean, I could see him going to play with Mahomes.
Yeah, like, why wouldn't you?
Look at Mahomes. Look who Mahomes
But
got.
once again, that's a team searching for a one. My argument is don't go on a team where they're still contemplating, could you be our one? Be the clear cut two.
What if they get him and
So the
Tyreek?
load's not on you. Huh?
What if they get him and Tyreek?
They're not. No one's going to get Tyreek. I don't think anyone's going to sign Tyreek because he has to face a suspension next year.
Yeah.
He has to face like Trey made a good point. He's like, he has to already face a suspension. And also, the Chiefs are already dealing with
I bet
a
you
lot
the
of
Pats can
trouble.
make a move because they don't know what's going on with Diggs, right?
Well, no, he's not guilty.
Oh.
They found him the day after not guilty. They pushed the trial to us after, but I'm not going to discuss.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's neither here nor there. But there are definitely a lot of teams in the league that I think, whether he's the one or the two, would
But
benefit
doesn't that
from getting
clearly
Mike
tell you that he's still a hot commodity? Like, we just named like 8, 9 teams that could use him. If he wasn't that good and he couldn't do something good.
But like here's the thing with the Chiefs though is he doesn't have to be the number one. He's with the offensive coordinator and Eric Bieniemy that makes any player look great no matter what year you're in. I mean, look, Pat got his guy back. And now they're going to start.
And if Kelsey slows down, he could be that guy in the end zone in the red zone.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
why not be? Well, I mean, that might entice Kelsey even more to come back. Be like, fuck, Mike's coming back. I'm 2 6'5" Giants.
Yeah, like why not?
For Mahomes to throw to with 2 good running backs.
Hey, Mahomes, you can thank us when you're in the Super Bowl next year in LA.
Bring us out. So
I'm so excited.
So with the Olympics almost over and USA and Canada could meet in the semifinals, which I'm kind of pissed about.
Oh, damn, I thought they were on a collision course in the gold medal game. That sucks.
They're on a collision course for the semis.
How are the 1 and 2 seeds in the semis?
I don't know if it's going to re-bracket after the
should.
But the way the bracket looks is it goes right USA and Canada's thing, so it looks like it moves right over unless it just reseeds.
They are supposed to reseed in the quarterfinals, so hopefully that means that they can separate them. But
they are seeded in the quarterfinals.
No, I'm saying when they get to the quarterfinals,
it reseeds. They're
reseeding it.
But they're already in it right now. They're in the quarterfinals is tomorrow.
That's
no. They just had the first round games today.
Right.
They have more first round games to go.
No, they have the USA plays tomorrow at 3:10. I promise you that. I looked it up already. So, USA plays tomorrow. As we talk about pros in the Olympics, and a lot of detrimental injuries already happening. Yeah. So, should the NFL be scared of allowing the professional football players to go to play for flag football?
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't let them.
That's a great question.
I would not. I mean, if they're already playing
once in a lifetime, some players probably the last time they'll get to play. Would you allow guys to go play in the Olympics?
If I'm the NFL, that's not my problem. I'm sorry. Like, they're never gonna put full contact football in, and I'm paying you how many millions of dollars. I make how many millions of dollars off you to have people play. And yes, I understand people will go to NFL games anyway, but they're buying merchandise. They're there to see players play. I have to think it's a business.
Who is it that crushed the USA? Was it Japan with like amateur
flag
players?
Football?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was it Japan?
I think it was Japan or.
So here's what I'm thinking: the USA, the Olympic Committee is probably afraid of, and the NFL is like, we don't give a shit. Like, it's in America. American football is the sport of America, and we might lose flag football on our home soil. Yeah. Right? So I think that's their fear, right? Now the NFL and the owners don't give a shit. It's like, my players, I'm paying them. You're not, right? So for them, it's like, we don't care if America comes home with freaking 5th place. That doesn't matter to us. I'm wondering if it's better off to do the experiment of let the amateurs play. If the amateurs, if they do win, then it's like, okay, fair enough. We don't have to go the route of pro players. They're obviously talented enough. If they lose, then you could say for Brisbane, I think that's what the next Olympics are, we're sending our freaking, front squad down there, like our front line guys.
So this goes back to like a guy for the Kings that you did a post on the other day that got hurt, and I think he's done for the year.
Yes.
But the Kings are done for the year, right? The Kings aren't making a run for it. So, I mean, I know that's neither here nor there. This isn't like the Islanders a few years ago. And I'm looking right here, Mike. It says USA plays tomorrow at 3.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I don't think...
I don't personally, Yeah, they should allow them because this is a once in a life opportunity for a lot of players when they get to play again. It's not like you can go play in a it's not like it's lower, right? You have to be fast. You have to be in your peak to be able to play. And I think you should allow NFL players to play. I think you should allow NHL players to go and play. Because a lot of times with the NHL, they're playing for their country regardless. That's why the Four Nations face-off was probably the best idea for NHL's All-Star game. It was just a great opportunity for them to a lot of them represent their country and go back to their country after the season's over with. So why not allow the NFL to represent in the USA? I mean, it's a great branding play at the end of the day. You can sell thousands of dollars worth of, or billions of dollars of merchandise, I should say. Not thousands. I don't think
No, I'm pretty sure they already do thousands.
Good news for you. The article saying, the article is headlining, are the Olympics headed for men's and women's U.S.-Canada gold medal games? So that means they're not in the same quarterfinal bracket.
Well,
so they can play each other in the gold medal game.
Well, maybe. I mean,
well, they wouldn't write an article if it wasn't that way.
When was the article dated?
9 hours ago.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, I don't know if they reseeded in the semis, but
they did.
I would love.
But the USA plays Sweden tomorrow at 3.
I would love to see NFL players, play flag football. I think we would all love to see that. Just putting myself in the shoes of the league, I wouldn't let them because it's my money. Like, I'm paying them.
Give me my money.
Exactly. It's a bit. If I'm thinking of it from a business, as a fan, absolutely. From a business perspective, I've invested too much in these players, especially the stars. Now, frankly, I think you could send the third stringers and.
Yeah, but who wants to go watch fucking Tony Smith go?
Everybody wants to get to anything.
If they're wearing the red, white, and blue, people are going to get into it.
I'm in disagreement. I'm in disagreement with what your post was the other day. That I don't see, because ultimately here's what's going to happen is that the NHLPA is going to be like, nah, you have to put this in our contract, or we're not signing it, and then there's going to be a lockout until that's signed. Because I think the NHL players love it. They missed it before when they got banned from going the last time. And it's exciting. It's exciting to see exactly what you said. Crosby on third line, McKinnon on second, and McDavid centering Celebrini and I forget the other guy's name on his line, but whoever the hell is, right? So here's one thing, though, about the Hockey Olympics. So you and I were kind of discussing this earlier. Should the NHL Russian players be able to go and play for a team of their choice? Like, if they get a chance, and there's probably not a lot of them that are it could be Olympians, or there could be, I don't know. But should they? Because they're being penalized for something that they had no control over.
They allow it in the summer games. They allow them to compete under the Olympic flag.
So why wouldn't they do that why don't they? I'm asking you, why wouldn't?
I just feel like with tensions rising even more at this point.
But you're punishing players that have no.
That,
you know what I mean?
It's sending a very strong message, and it's something. You remember when there was a boycott with Russia and America? It's like sometimes politics does get involved, but you don't want to. But you're sending a very strong message saying that, unfortunately, we get it. The athletes have nothing to do with this. But we can't allow that flag in the Olympics based on the actions taken by the leader of your country. So we know that you're suffering, and it sucks that you're suffering, but it is Peter pays for Paul in the absolute worst way. Like, you've crushed these people's dreams who have trained their whole life to be involved in the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, I'm also saying it as a fact that, they play in America.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't it be cool to see Cooch go play for a team?
It'd be awesome.
Centering the line for Kachuk brothers.
It would have been great to have.
Brady's centering, I don't know.
It would have been great to have a Europe All-Star team if they would have allowed it, but the Olympics doesn't allow that.
So. But I also see and to play devil's advocate, I also see the Russian players being proud of their country in the sense of wearing that uniform, wearing the Russian uniform, and saying, no, we don't want to go play for another country.
Right.
We want to represent our country. My name's Nikita Kucherov, I want to represent Usher.
Usher. Maybe Usher should put together a team.
Hypothetically, are we saying to Russia in the Olympics?
Yeah, I mean, to your point, a lot of these athletes have nothing to do with anything that's going on politically or whatever. So why not allow these players to go and compete for your country But also, like, if you want to put okay, they have to wear the Olympic flag, that's fine, whatever it might be. But I think taking away an opportunity of a lifetime for someone to go and compete and take the gold medal or take a silver medal or whatever they're competing in, you know, is wrong. I don't know. I see it as wrong.
They're using it because, especially hockey, with how dominant and everybody knows the Soviet Union, Russia, Soviet Union has been the same thing, minus some of the smaller countries that broke off. It's such a point of pride for them, especially the Winter Olympics. Like, the Summer Olympics are a point of pride. The Winter Olympics, they've dominated so much, and it's been such a point of pride nationally for them that the IOC is like, you know what? No, we're taking that away from you because this is what you get for doing other things. We don't agree with what your flag currently represents to the world at large. Therefore, we will not have it on our stage. And we're sorry, all of you athletes.
We're not going to fly your flag.
We're not going to fly your flag. Mm-hmm. And while the thing is, in the Summer Games, they have allowed that, representatives of the Russian Federation or whatever. I can't remember exactly how they labeled it, but it's such a small contingent that they've allowed to even participate that it has no national pride to it because you have like 5 athletes that that are from your country, and the rest of them and it's no team games.
For what?
For in the Summer Games when they've allowed the participants that are Russian,
it's individuals.
It's only individuals. Yep. They won't. So you're not really flying the flag outside of that one person.
So it's called the ROC, the Russian Olympic Committee flag. That's what they'll be able to use.
It's essentially just, isn't it a white flag with the rings on it?
Or the OAR, Olympic Athletes from Russia, correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, no, I think it's wrong. I think they should be able to participate. But as we have Olympics, we're going right from Olympics to World Baseball Classic. World Baseball Classic is kind of frustrating to me right now because the promotion behind, and this is something that I want to hear your opinion on, because as someone that doesn't like baseball or doesn't have a fond passion for baseball, don't you think that they should just promote?
Wasn't it a huge success last year?
The last time it was here, it was great. You had Mike Trout versus Shohei Ohtani teammates in the final out of the game, I think it was.
Yes.
And it was 3-2, bases loaded or something like that. And it's it was kind of like Game 7 of the World Series.
Yeah, it was high. From my memory, it was
high
energy, successful, high energy, well attended.
The Marlins finally got sold out.
People could go to the games with their country, whatever colors on, flags waving, kind of like a soccer stadium atmosphere in the World Cup, right? And that's what you wanted. So if the model is good and the model worked, I don't see why you wouldn't go all in, throw more money into it. But to me, it's also that if it worked, why do we need to pour in so much marketing if it worked? The fans are going to show up. Right?
But I'm saying, the non-fans, I bet you if you didn't have us, you probably wouldn't have realized until the first week of March that the World Baseball Classic was
probably not correct.
Or your nephews, I guess.
They would have told me, uncle.
Yeah, uncle.
Who do you think's going to win the WBC?
So, that's what I'm saying is baseball has just this horrible, and we beat this to a dead horse, right? Mm-hmm. But if they have year in and year out, they do a horrible job marketing their players, their league. I mean, as soon as the Super Bowl was over, Disney put out a commercial every 5 minutes of the new Super Bowl logo.
With the new logo. Yeah.
New logo, Disney, boom, 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 boom. So it's why not continue to have that type of hype for your league? Push the marketing, spend the money. You're going to get that back. You are. You're hosting the freaking World Baseball Classic.
Yep.
You're going to get that money.
I don't see, that's the thing. I completely agree with you, and I have no idea why, but the MLB has seemed to have come to the final decision that they would rather, they're only going to market their sport to people that are already fans of the sport. So they're only going to do the minimal amount of marketing in places where baseball fans already are. I guess they're content with the market they have right now, the audience they have right now, and they're not trying to grow the game. And that's really disappointing, considering the fact that they seem to be blind to the fact that it's not that they're staying it's not even that they're staying stagnant as a league, they're declining as a league. They're declining in viewership outside of the playoffs, where you can't get most fans to sit and be invested in a full regular season anymore. The attention spans have gone down, and you've done nothing to counteract that or to get any new young fans that might possibly be baseball fans, even kids that play baseball. My cousins both played baseball growing up in the last, 5-10 years or so. And I can't tell you how many of their teammates I could hear talking about anything other than baseball. No one actually, like when I was playing, in the dugout, we talked before the game, practice, all that. We talked baseball. We talked our teams, the teams we were fans of. Now,
so how do they promote this World Baseball Classic? Like, you have the biggest names playing for USA.
That's
you have the biggest names for Japan.
That's how.
You have the biggest names for the Caribbean and Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic, Cuban. Like, you have guys that are like these faces of the league, and I don't see them. Like, it's just, I see sometimes promotion for Judge. I see some Harper. I didn't even realize Harper was on the team until last week.
Right. Exactly.
Like, that's sad. Like, Harper is one of the more premier players in your league, and you're not promoting him. So I guess what is the solution?
I don't think they care for a solution. Like I said, I think the product works, right? As it was. So the solution you're saying to get the the average or non-big time baseball fan to attach themselves to something like this is you have to just use the faces that the average fan will know. And you plaster it as these are the absolute best, right? Like World Series MVP, blah, 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 right? 2-time MVP, blah, 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 Cy Young winner. Like, you have to throw the guy. Huh?
Who won the World Series?
Who won the World Series MVP?
Yeah.
Wasn't
the guy that hit the home run in the ninth?
Well, I think it was Tejas.
Yeah, I think it was Tejas.
Hold on.
Sorry.
That's all right. But I'm just saying, like, you go ahead and you sit and you put the name to the accolades, so people are like, oh, these are the absolute best players in the world that are going to be playing. Of course they are, because the WBC, but then you have to extend that invitation by doing that, right? And the promo has to be smart. The promo has to be smart in the sense where you have them doing it in Spanish, you have them doing it in Japanese, right? You have them doing it in English, whatever it is. You promote it to those fans itself, so your global audience gets extremely interested as well. So you connect them to their actual fans, so it really becomes like the World Cup in soccer, where these fans cannot wait. It's every 4 years, though. That's the difference, right? So there's more euphoria around it. There's a big build-up to it. It's a global qualifying event. So, of course, there's more hype.
But it's also soccer is bigger.
Yeah, it's the biggest sport. Yeah.
So I kind of disagree with all that.
But baseball plays.
You know what they need?
Baseball is global.
And I agree with Bryce Harper. They need more rivalries. They need more people like hating each other. This goody bullshit that they keep having. Like Luke Weaver talked shit about the Yankees the other day. I was like, good. Hopefully that hypes some people up. I hate all this goody shit. Oh, I respect that guy. No, fuck that. Screw that guy. Like Bryce Harper said the other day that he needed. He was talking on busting with the boys. That he was talking about his fight against Strickland for the Giants, where he threw at him, and he charged him out. And he goes, "I think baseball needs more fights. I think you should allow fights in baseball. You should allow heated rivalries." The problem is everyone is so buddy in sports nowadays. They're dapping each other up. They're sitting there. I love the way Anthony Edwards plays the game, going off track with a little bit of basketball, but he doesn't give a shit who you are. Like, we can be cool off the court, but if I'm competing against you, until we're outside this arena, that's when we're cool. But when we're competing, I don't give a shit. I want to take your head off, and that's what I think baseball needs. They need that hype. They need this they have two of the nicest guys in the world to lead their league, and there's no villain. Shohei is the kindest guy in the world. Judge is they try to put a scandal on Shohei, which I think is probably true. But but again, you look at him, he's holding his puppy when he's getting the MVP. There's no rival. So you have the two biggest names, and then after that, I thought after Soto left the Yankees, there was going to be this heated rivalry between the Mets and the Yankees.
You could have done it.
You could have. And the fact is, they didn't. And they're all like, oh, I respect the Yankees. I respect Soto. No, I want a judge to be like, no, fuck him. I fucking hate that motherfucker. Like, screw him and screw the Mets. We're going to kick their ass every single time. And I want Soto to respond. Like, I want that in sports. That is what sports is. It's not supposed to be Mr. Nice Guy to everybody. It's supposed to be like, okay, we're competing. We want to bash each other's heads in. Like, that's what sports is, right?
And the problem is that most of the players across sports, including baseball, that have that mentality aren't in the league long enough and aren't big enough.
Well, they're shunned.
Stars.
They're shunned.
Well, yeah, because they're not marketable faces. They're not
they
guys.
don't like the buddy.
Right. They want people that are that are going to be for the kids and for the parents and be good role models and examples and things like that. Man, steroid era.
Best player in baseball.
So speaking of cousins and family involved in sports, my nephew, Nico Perez, number 10 for the number 5 team in the country, Jesuit. They're right here in Tampa, Florida. Got to start the other night at shortstop on Steinbrenner Field in their game.
Oh, yeah.
Had himself a little game, got himself a hit. So well done, nephew. Number 10 for Jesuit. Look out for Jesuit. This is their top 5 team in the country.
Going down. No, all right, well, we'll be back here on Thursday. Let us know what your thoughts are. Should pros play in the Olympics and sports? Should KD keep his burner? And Mike Evans, welcome to Philly. So we'll see you guys here next week. Sequel Squad out.